Hello traders, in this section we're going to be looking at this type of specific analysis known as the fundamental analysis. You see, fundamental analysis is a method of evaluating securities by attempting to measure the intrinsic value. Now, however, it is important to understand that the intrinsic value is actually the value of the security without reference to its market value. Now, what do we actually mean by all of this? You see, for example, the price of the underlying security is usually reflected on the chart. Now, do not confuse intrinsic value with the price of the instrument. The value is calculated by many different types of various equations. And whoever has got the equation which has got an edge or something that you're comfortable with, then over time, if you keep consistent with it, your results will naturally show for it as well. As we all know, one of the best value investors of all time is Warren Buffett, is it not? He has used this technique to find stocks where the price of the stock goes below its intrinsic value, which he calculates by his own equations and definitions, and then he sees, okay, there's still good value in this product or instrument, and it will still rise in price. So we're looking mainly, in other words, we're looking for a bargain where the price drops below its intrinsic value, and you know that over time the consumers will still have the confidence and the price will shoot up. Now let's go on to look at a few more points on fundamental analysis. For macroeconomic moves, fundamental analysis is very helpful. Now, why do I say that, traders? The reason is, macroeconomic, we are looking at projecting it for the next 5-10 years ahead. So the next type of analysis we're going to look at, technical analysis, wouldn't be really helpful for that kind of projection. So macroeconomic moves where you're looking to see whether the stock will rise in price over 5, 10, 15 years, this type of analysis is very helpful. Now, some very good part of fundamental analysis is also news. As you'd have seen, some of the traders actually referring to news being one of the biggest propelling fuel for the price to move up. It's just like you may compare that to the petrol in the car, which makes it move. Now, that is why some traders and investors will look at news, and before the news comes out, they will look and analyze to see whether that is going to give a better result or a worse result. Now, for example, for us, like in the UK, we'll remember the Brexit scenario, where a lot of traders were looking into all kinds of research on the news perspective and the macro side to see what the effect will be on the underlying currencies and also stocks. Now, however, most traders have actually stated that just looking to get consistent results just based on fundamental analysis is actually quite tough. I think one of the traders very well known, one of the biggest billionaire traders, Jim Simmons, who's well known for having and owning the Renaissance Technologies hedge fund, he did mention this because in the beginning they were all using fundamental analysis, and some days it will all be green and all going up, and then other days then it just be red and all falling down. So he did kind of mention that it is just a bit really difficult just based on fundamental analysis alone to get consistent, but that's his opinion. I mean, there are maybe probably other traders who just on fundamentals have made it work. Now, there are some websites that you can take a look at as well for news, actually, announcements and how the news is going to affect the underlying securities. So some of them are on this slide, like for example, www.randsquawk.com or forexfactory.com as well. That is just usually only for Forex. Now let's move on to the next type of analysis. We trust you enjoyed our Traders Education Center tech video. To unlock the full tech modules for free, click on the link below and hit
the subscribe button. Then go ahead to register with your contact details and create your unique username and password to enjoy the fully unlocked tech modules.